onto Barbary Avenue. Turn right onto Barbary Avenue. In a quarter mile, turn right onto 4th Street. At the light, use the right lane to turn onto 4th Street.
Quinn, Patricia, Stafford, you've made the compelling cases for all three. It's a difficult choice. And again, it just sucks. You know, you're listening to...
Closed.
I don't know. Like, I try to pop in on radio all over the country, nationally. It stinks. We're sitting here, it's week 3. We're already talking about Trevor Lawrence. It's like, glad everybody's talking about it.
In 4.9 miles, make a U-turn at Warwick Avenue.
7 and making the playoffs in this organization is almost as impressive as playing in the Super Bowl. That's from Chuck. So, yeah, I mean, Quinn started all of this. He brought in, he brought in Patricia. He brought in all those failed picks, failed free agents. They bid it on themselves against Stafford and extended him. It has to be. But I'll listen to anybody else, but I think it has to be.
Okay, hey, listen, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's the fun of it, right? Like, you got to keep it open to interpretation. I think that's how bad of a job Patricia's done. We know why he's here, right? Don't blame the guy. You blame the guy who hired him. But when you look at some of the stuff, it is remarkable that Matt Patricia is paid to coach football. It's remarkable. I mean, even the little stuff, like Trey Flowers only getting 43 snaps. Or somehow Will Harris is on the field more than Tracy Walker. Or you don't care about the pass rush. You never change your scheme. You're getting called out by Mitch Trubisky. Like, those things are in the moment bad. That is squarely. I mean, even as bad of a coach as Patricia is, he should be 1-1. You beat the Bears. You held on. You don't incur the 17-point run. I don't want to hear about DeAndre Swift dropping the ball. You're never in that position. All right, we got boat raced in Green Bay, right? Or look at last year. You mean to tell me, Rico, do you recognize whether your quarterback's hurt or not, this football team has now lost 11 straight football games. 11. You mean to tell me Stafford getting hurt allows Patricia off the hook to not win a single game? He has been the head coach here 34 games. He has blown 11 fourth-quarter leads. 11. And the last 4 games his team has played, and last season and begin this year, they have blown a double-digit lead in all 4. They have made NFL history for all the wrong reasons. That is all Patricia stuff.
That's fair, Mike. There you go.
Yeah, right.
Your case is just as strong as mine for Quinn, and I'm sure there are people out there thinking Stafford. So, I like this.
I feel pretty. I feel good. It's getting your blessing is really what I was after. This is very exciting stuff for me.
Well, you failed with Rudy, so good comeback.
Hey, by the way, is Jimmy G playing this weekend, or are we going to look at the Nick Mullins program?
I refuse to look at the. No,
this matters. Giants and Niners. This is important.
I guess. I'll have to look and see. I'm hoping.
Hey, do me a favor.
Just keep me away from the Charger team, Doc.
I know you're not into it, but you need to listen to what Roberto's got to say, because what he's about to tell you might be the only way you're going to get through that game Sunday when you lose to the Giants.
Exactly. I think you're absolutely right on the money with that, because we want to talk. You're about to quit, Roberto?
In 16 miles, take exit 16 on the left to merge onto M10 North.
No, but I want to talk about something very important that you're going to need for that game, and that's Coppercraft Distillery, our friends in Holland, Michigan. You've heard us talk about Coppercraft on the show for a long time. Their products are sensational. They're handcrafted. They're made in small batches. I am a huge fan. Now listen, you got your friends over watching the game. You break out the Coppercraft, and believe me, it won't go unnoticed. It will be an instant hit, and they got you covered for what everybody needs. They got awesome vodka. They got the gin. They got all different kinds of bourbon and whiskey. They got their Black Label straight bourbon whiskey. It's won a ton of awards. It's ridiculous. And they got the canned cocktails, perfect for the game. They got the whiskey lemonade. They got the G&T with the lime twist. They got the pink bubbles. So they got you covered for the game. You can learn more and find a store near you at coppercraftdistillery.com. That's Coppercraft Distillery. Never when it's young, only when it's ready.
I'm Jim Rome with a Radio.com Sports Minute. On Mondays, Jackson State University introduced its new head football coach. That head football coach is Deion Sanders. And he arrived exactly as you might expect Prime to arrive, with a marching band and a police escort. That was some kind of arrival. And then it went to another level altogether when somebody tweeted out that his coaching staff was going to include Terrell Owens and Warren Sapp. Dion denied it, tweeting, quote, "This is absolutely wrong. This is how junk gets started. Not a good way to get started with me. Hashtag Coach Prime. Wow, I always enjoy a good third person hashtag. Listen, this man fact work. I know it will work better than the Deion Sanders Hot Dog Express. Remember that, right? I just hope that he doesn't wreck this school the way he did his prep school. Coach him up, Prime. I'm Jim Rome.
Hi, this is Jay Farmer, CEO of Rocket Mortgage. Making the right financial decisions has never been more important. We can help guide you to those right decisions now when they matter most. Mortgage rates are near historic lows, so when you call 8338-ROCKET or visit us at rocketmortgage.com to start your refinance, you'll be well on your way to saving money every month. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.375%, APR 3.59%. Right now, isn't it great? Rocket Mortgage, which could give you the boost that you're looking for. In addition, we may be able to help you refinance with little or no out-of-pocket costs. At Rocket Mortgage, we're committed to every client, every time, no exceptions, no excuses, giving you the best mortgage experience. Call us today at 833-8-ROCKET.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig. With the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. And with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next. And bounce forward. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business. Starting at $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 10/21/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in equal bill and auto pay required. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees extra. Subject to change.
Do you feel that? That changing from a focus on me to something bigger? Because while it's perfectly fair to ask, what's in it for me? Finding the answer comes from asking, what's in it for we? Chemical Bank is now TCFing, and our purpose is answering that question, giving every person, business, community, every need the financial strength to make us all a stronger we. Member FDIC.
Michigan, I need your trade-in, and I need it today. I'll give you up to 125% of the Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Come see me, Rich.
Hey, Tanya, today at the all-new Mondelear Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on M53 in beautiful Imlay City, Michigan.
97 London tickets and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The Jacksonville Jaguars host the Miami Dolphins. Thursday night football. Pre-game at 8 on CBS Sports Radio 1270.
All right, we'll get back to the people momentarily. But as Rico likes to do when he travels, we got to spread it around a little bit. It's time for the best. David, what do we have?
We have a list of the 11 teams that are 0-2. You and Rico have to answer, will they bounce back or not? So let's start with the New York Jets. They are 0-2. They started the season 26.
Don't want to hear anymore. No. Yeah, next.
Okay.
There are barges of garbage that float up and down the Hudson River that have a better chance at turning around their lot in life than the New York Football Jets. No, move on.
The Miami Dolphins, they are 0-2. The Dolphins had the inevitable task of trying to face Cam Newton's led Patriots. Didn't go well this season. Will they bounce back in Miami?
See, I'm hoping not, because I want to see the Tua era start soon. So I'm hoping that they don't bounce back. But it's not about your hope. It's about will they. Look, Fitzpatrick, since he took over last season, right? He was the number 9 quarterback in the NFL. He's played pretty well. Their problem, Devontae Parker's been banged up. Preston Williams has looked like garbage. And for some reason, they're not playing Breida or Jordan Howard. They're playing Myles Gaskin at running back. I think they have an opportunity to turn this around and get 6 or 7 wins. Yes, I'm going to say they're not totally dead yet because that division sucks.
The Cincinnati Bengals, they lost the game in week 1 to the Chargers due to a kicker. And in week 2, yes, they lost to the Browns, but Joe Burrow looked good. But Joe Burrow has been under pressure in 1 out of every 5 of his dropbacks. Will they bounce back?
I'm going to say no. And part of it is there's no running game to lean on. Zach Taylor's asking him to throw it 40, 50, 60 times, 62 times last week. They got the Eagles who have a brutal front four. They got the Ravens coming up. They got the Browns coming up, the Titans, the Steelers. These fronts are just not going to allow them to play winning football. But I'm with Rico. I think Burrow's going to keep them in some of these games. He just has that moxie. He's got that it factor.
Fun to watch, but no, they won't bounce back. They'll end up with a top 3 pick.
The Houston
Sewell, come on down.
Well, here's a team that could use him. The Houston Texans, they are 0-2 off-season where they traded DeAndre Hopkins. Open the season with the Chiefs and the Ravens. Is it just scheduled? Can they actually bounce back?
And then they got the Steelers coming up. So
yes, they do. 0-3.
Yeah,
they're on the Nebraska plan.
I think they're going to bounce back this weekend, and they're going to win 3 straight games. They're going to beat the Steelers. They're going to beat the Vikings. They're going to beat the Jags. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. David, listen, I love you. I do. And I know you love all things Steelers. But you played 2 of the worst teams in football. You hurt one of the team's quarterbacks.
That's part of the game, right? Isn't it?
Right. Oh, you got lucky that it happened. I'm just making a point. You didn't look impressive against the Giants, and you weren't impressive against the Broncos. I think the Texans beat you. The bounce back starts now. And how dare you give up on your godson? How dare you? Deshaun Watson's a lovely.
Well, how about we do this in retaliation? Let's start with the Giants. They're 0-2. They lost their running back. Their quarterback sucks.
There it is.
Will they bounce back?
There it is.
Remember what we said about the Jets? Just go ahead and substitute Giants. Let's keep it moving.
I wish I could say something. I can't. Let's see. Giants will play the Niners. We'll win. We'll lose to the Rams, lose to the Cowboys, lose to the football team, lose to the Eagles. Yeah, lose to the Bucks. But we're going to beat the Niners because it's going to make for great radio.
Okay. You think so?
Next team up, the Philadelphia Eagles. They are 0-2. Their quarterback looks awful so far this season. Will they be able to bounce back?
That's the head scratcher. I'm going to say yes because they play in a bad division. So if you can somehow make it to 8-8,
yep,
you can make it and you can win that division. So
I'll tell you one thing, though.
Yes.
Rico, their schedule, when you look at what we know about the teams now, their schedule is not forgiving. I mean, look, Niners, they get the Bengals this week, that's a W. Your Niners, who knows who's healthy, who's not, but then it's Steelers, Ravens, Giants, Cowboys, Giants, then it's Browns, Seattle, Green Bay, New Orleans, Arizona, Dallas. I don't know where the wins come from. The line's a mess. Carson Wentz clearly misses Frank Reich as a play caller. He doesn't look the same. Right now, I'm back against the wall. If he doesn't play great against the Bengals, I got to come on here and say he stinks because David told me I had to.
The Minnesota Vikings are 0-2. They extended their running back, but their quarterback who they extended in the offseason hasn't looked the greatest. He has looked awful, actually. Will they bounce back this season?
No. I think they're done. They just look lost. I couldn't tell you what the problem is because I thought they had pieces, but it starts with the quarterback. Cousins is, I don't know, he's regressed. If you could, I thought he was okay. He's awful now.
In the words of Jim Brandstatter, in trouble with the snap, I don't know what to say. I don't. I have no words for what the Vikings have put on the football field the first 2 weeks. Giving up 71 points, being largely useless on offense. It's, Rico said it all. I can't figure it out. I don't know where the wins are, David. Tennessee, Houston, Seattle, Atlanta, Green Bay. I mean, there's your next 5 weeks. Good luck.
I'm going to naturally skip past this next team, the Detroit Lions, because we know they will not bounce back.
Hold on. I mean, time out. Hold on. Let's treat them fairly. They are the local team.
Okay.
No, I don't think they're beating Arizona, but not impossible. Rico and I both think they're going to beat the Saints because Drew Brees is washed. Jags, Atlanta, Indy, Minnesota, Washington, Panthers. A lot of bad football teams there.
Yeah, that Jags game doesn't look like a gimme win like we all thought.
No, but I'm just telling you, it's not impossible when you look at the schedule and you look at them getting healthy, they could win some games. Do I want them to? No. I want the whole thing blown up. But they have a better chance than some of these other teams. No.
Mike, to quote somebody I know, this isn't what you want. Are they going to do it or not?
No. Yeah, well, yes, despite me. They probably will. Yes.
The Atlanta Falcons are on this list. They should be 1-1. All you have to do is fall on the ball.
You get me started.
Will they bounce back? Their offenses look really great this year.
Yes, they will bounce back. They will find a way, does this sound familiar, to finish games. They have the personnel. They just can't get out their own way. But once again, I don't think their division is that great. The Panthers, the Bucks, and the Saints, yes, they can bounce back.
And you know what's interesting? They could lose this week to the Bears. And then they've got three of the next 4 games: Panthers, Vikes, Lions, Panthers, Broncos. There's 5. There's a spot here. There's a scenario they could be 500. They could dig out of this hole. I'm with Rico on that.
And let's finish it off with the last 2 teams, the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos.
And they bounce back. Yeah, that's it. When you sign Blake Bortles, you've signed your own death warrant. You know your season's effed when you're bringing him into your
He steps off the plane waving the white flag.
Just happy to be here.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, a new crash has popped up affecting the 96 east and westbound ramps to West 194. In southwest Detroit, a crash is blocking the left lane and shoulder 75 northbound near Livernois. There's a backup right around Dearborn Street. Reports of an accident now on the Southfield Freeway southbound after Warren Avenue, and also a car fire reported affecting traffic near Gratiot Avenue and 8 Mile. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Donald Trump says we're not safe in Biden's America, but we're living in Trump's America now. And 200,000 Americans have died from the virus that he lied about.
The simple truth is, Donald Trump failed to protect America. And so now, he's trying to scare America. Mr. Trump, you want to talk about fear? You know people are afraid they're going to get COVID. They're afraid they're going to get sick and die. And that is in no small part because of you.
Joe Biden will protect the American people, putting our safety above all else.
I want a safe America. Safe from COVID. Safe from crime and looting. Safe from racially motivated violence. I promise you this, we will do better. There's not a single thing beyond our capacity when we decide to do it together. I'm Joe Biden, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
And for Biden for president.
Gentlemen, facing a divorce can be difficult, but you're not alone. Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men, is here to help. Call Adam today at 248-356-2326 and we can answer your questions or schedule a meeting by phone or video chat. Call Adam today.
You run a business and you need better wireless. 3 words, no more compromise. With the T-Mobile Business Advantage, you get the largest 5G network, award-winning customer support, and insanely great value. No trade-offs. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch via bill credits. Stop in to find out more. Plus taxes and fees for some plans. Complete port within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for 5G devices coverage and plan details.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage. Making the right financial decisions has never been more important. When you turn to Rocket Mortgage, we can help guide you to those right decisions now when they matter most. Mortgage rates are near historic lows, so now is a great time to call 8338-ROCKET. And if you need some extra money, a cash-out refinance could give you that financial boost you're looking for. Call today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn more.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And NMLS number 3030.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at the D
life, 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike C Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Over-occupied Twin Peaks, lines in Arizona Sunday. Some good news at the wide receiver position. Kenny Galladay had his first practice since September 9th. He has been out with a hamstring. He could be active for Sunday's game in Arizona. Chicago Bears Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passes away at the age of 77. Youngest ever inducted into the Football Hall of Fame at age 34. Chargers quarterback Tyrod Taylor had a rough week, reportedly injured by his own team doctor, who punctured his lung while giving an injection. MAC presidents scheduled to meet on Friday. They're going to vote on a football season this fall. Some expect a 6-game schedule to come out of the meeting. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver says the NBA probably going to restart next season in January. Tigers and Twins tonight right here on 97.1 The Ticket. It's 7:40 it is. Casey Mize on the mound for Detroit. NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Heat lead the Celtics 2-1. Stanley Cup Finals. Lightning and Stars tied at 1. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1 The Ticket or radio.com.
586 area code. They absolutely hate me. Y'all players got all the girls over here. I already know I'm not allowed out in that area. This is the phone numbers that pop up, and it's like, what did I ever do? All the bumping down low. Rico not welcome in the 586. Oh, you know what? That was spanking. Unzip yourself. Lean forward. All right, 97.1, good to have you. So we're playing the blame game a little bit here. Really, really easy, but difficult at the same time. Who is the most responsible for what we're watching every Sunday with the Lions? Bob Quinn, choice A. Choice B, Matt Patricia. Choice C, Matthew Stafford. Now, we've made the case for each, and I'll quickly do this because I want to get back to the callers. But, look, Quinn, it's self-explanatory. He picked the wrong coach. He's drafted bad players. He's wasted Stafford. I get it. Easy. No problem. But Patricia, despite the mistakes Quinn may make, he's exacerbated the condition, so to speak. He's done exceedingly stupid things. His scheme, it seems like it wouldn't matter what players he put in it because it's just general tomfoolery. And he inherited Matthew Stafford, so he shouldn't be this way. With Stafford, it's a little more difficult, but I've brought up Deshaun Watson. And what I mean by that is Watson plays for a Lions-esque organization. Imagine a situation where the Lions spent years trying to hire a GM that they couldn't get permission to hire. They'd very publicly get turned down multiple times, only to have the head coach in a succession-type power play steal power and become the GM. That's what Deshaun Watson has lived with. They have no offensive line. They do very little to address it. They've never had a running game. They do very little to address it. And they just traded away their best player for spare parts. But Deshaun Watson gets them to the playoffs every single year. Stafford doesn't do that for us. Stafford doesn't rise above those things. We're always talking about what Matthew doesn't have, or the reasons he doesn't do it, or can't do it. So when you juxtapose it to Deshaun Watson, it really doesn't make Stafford look favorable. So I just, again, they're all culpable on one level or another. But who's the most culpable? 248-539-9797. Rico, really quick note at some point this hour. Did you catch the University of Houston story? No, I did not. They have just had their 5th football game of the year canceled. All 5 of their games have been canceled so far. This weekend's game against North Texas, canceled. I saw that, but I didn't realize that was their 5th game. So their season is just over.
I don't know. My answer is I don't know, but we can track that story, and I'm sure there's more info out there. But go ahead. I just wanted to reset it for the people. We can go to the phones, but you're casting your vote. It's Quinn.
Yeah, my vote is Quinn, but Mike, you make a compelling case about Stafford because I've often said great quarterbacks, and even very good quarterbacks, can just, they make people better. Everybody around them. You don't always need the best toys. You don't always need the high draft picks. You often see that player that no one ever heard of, and all of a sudden they become a household name. You don't get that here in Detroit. I guess you could say, well, Kenny Galladay, that's it, really, because everybody else is already gone and has done nothing special in this city. Part of that is Stafford, because you had arguably one of the best wide receivers at the time here, and you still didn't win with Calvin Johnson. So when people tell me, well, if he just had a receiver, you had Calvin, okay? You're not getting another Calvin. So if you couldn't win with Calvin, what makes me think you can win with anybody else? But I still say it's Quinn, because Quinn is the one who architected and drew up and designed this disaster. He put his handprints all over everything to make sure that, yeah, this is the BQ special right here. I'm gonna outsmart everybody in the draft room, and when it comes to free agents, and I'm gonna overbid for my own players, even though nobody else is bidding for them. I'll just go ahead and re-up Taylor Decker right now for a ridiculous amount of money. Like, and then you ask yourself, why didn't you just wait to see what the market was offering? Maybe you could have got him back a little bit cheaper, but no. This is what he does. This is why he's most dangerous, Mike. This is why he can't stick around, because there's no way you want this man to decide the future of this team, his coach, or the first-round pick. Never allowed, never should be allowed to use the stand by it. I don't care what kind of player you have the opportunity to take a player who's going to be your franchise QB for the next 10 years. You allow this guy to cover his own ass. It's preposterous. Totally preposterous. Let's go to the people. Let's go to Stu. Royal Oak, 97.1. What's up, Stuart?
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen.
How you doing, Stu?
Hey, I'm going to say, first I want to start off by saying
I didn't catch you. I'm sorry. I'll come on this.
rest in peace to Joe Knight. That's World War II Animal. James Doran Knight's father. Passed away this morning. Okay? And now, back to the subject. I'm going to say that, of course, Bob Quinn, number one, for buying the groceries, the cookies, the cheap notes like that, you're the smartest person in the world. Number two has to be that nutrition. Because you only have 9 wins. And the last bunch of fighters had 9 wins in the last. And we're seeing a huge stuff. I don't care who you look at, Jerry Bowen, the best defensive players in the world in this team, and you're still doing stuff. So you're refusing to change your scheme, you're refusing to accept everything with mindset. You got to be number 2. That's the steps.
Compare it to what you're saying, in that Patricia gets the free pass in this discussion, because I'm with you, Stuart. I feel like you can put all-stars all over the place. This scheme is still set. You guys got a point. There's no wrong answer. Just want to let you know. The Stuart Dad, you still have him? He's gone. Sorry about that. Apologies. Guess he went to Laronitis Memorial. Well, I don't get to control the phones anymore, because David's all on. You can tell David's on. He's just butchering. Just never lets people. Let's go to Scott to Cubsy, 97.1. What's up, Scotty?
Hey guys, what's going on? Mike, I gotta agree. Mike, I gotta agree with you. It's Bob Quinn. You know, as far as I'm concerned, he sealed his fate when he said 9-7 wasn't good enough, and then just passing on to Patricia. At best, should never be anything more than a defensive coordinator. He's not a head coach. So I got to go with Bob Quinn. But also, too, like, Mike, I'm with you. I think we need to blow the whole thing up. But I have no confidence that the Fords are going to make 2 more qualified hires. I mean, who is going to come here if you're a young and upcoming coach or young and have general manager aspirations, why on earth do you want to come and work for the Detroit Lions? This is where careers die.
No one has that answer. And again, this is where, you know, there's only 32 of the jobs. You got to hope that somehow you can find someone who might not be popular, but you discover them. It's not like college where you hire a good coach and then someone lures them away. If you can find the right guy, you'll be all right. You know what the problem is? No one's impressed with Sheila Fordham. No one's impressed with Martha Ford. No one goes, man, I'd like to work for those people. There's a stain on this franchise. It's called 60 years of losing, and it's 60 years of their family stewardship.
Yeah, I mean, because basically, Mike, if you come to coach here, you're probably never going to coach here. And that's not probably, you're not going to coach here. Not a head coach. You're going to become an assistant someplace. Linebackers.
I thought Schwartz was going to break it and get another gig, and it just didn't happen. And now Philly's defense isn't any good.
I don't know what it is about this place, but this is the coaching elephant graveyard. This is where they come to die. Because no one, and Mike from your movie, no one, and I mean no one, leaves the Lions and gets to be a head coaching.
Turn right onto Inkster Road.
Right. 248-539-9797. Get more of your calls. Plus, I have a question for Rico and the people at large. Or a statement. Maybe it's a statement. No, it's a question. Is this person, who we will leave blank,
In 1.4 miles,
pulling the
turn
biggest
left onto
psycho
West
move
14
of
Mile
2020? People who do this. I will explain what that means next. 97.
Guys, well, I just want to take a quick moment to talk to you about your hair loss. You finally want to do something about it, go see Dr. Barry. I talked to Dr. Barry the other day, actually, doing well, and they are taking everything very seriously. I'm talking about temperature checks for everyone that steps in the office. I'm talking about just really making sure that you're going to be comfortable. You can even meet with him via Zoom or on the phone as well. And that first conversation, he's going to be extremely honest with you, like he was with me, and explain all the different options in detail. Maybe he'll say to you, hey, I don't think that you need the hair transplant. I don't think that you need the robotic technology. He wasn't trying to sell me on it. He said, instead, I think you should do this to thicken your hair. You should take this. We can work on this. It's really just refreshing to have that honest conversation and not feel like you're sold something. And that's what they're about. They're going to help you out in any way they can, because you know what? If your results don't turn out good, that's on them, and they know that. So if you're on the fence, call Drs. Barry and Aronovitz, 248-353-1117 or mihairdoc.com. That's 248-353-1117 or mihairdoc.com.
Hello? Can't make it. I know it's your birthday, man, but I better not. The thing is, I went out last week. I ran into Rona. Just now I want to run into Rona, man.
Run into Rona, and Rona will run you down. Stay away from Rona. Here's how at ronaforreal.com.
At Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, we know your car is more than a car. It's your escape, your happy place. And now with our auto rate pledge, we're giving you more confidence you're getting the best rate possible. Bring us your auto loan and we'll give you a 0.25% discount or our lowest rate, whichever saves you more. Plus, get a $100 bonus when you finance $5,000 or more. It's more than a lower payment. It's our commitment to you. Visit msgcu.org or stop by a branch today. Conditions apply. Insured by NCUA.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game in a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks. September is National Bourbon Month. Celebrate with Twin Peaks all month long. We have plenty of unique offerings to satisfy every palate. Grab one straight over an always clear ice ball or mixed into an old-fashioned. Cheers.
Donald Trump says we're not safe in Biden's America, but we're living in Trump's America now. And 200,000 Americans have died from the virus that he lied about.
The simple truth is, Donald Trump failed to protect America. So now, he's trying to scare America. Mr. Trump, you want to talk about fear? You know, people are afraid they're going to get COVID. They're afraid they're going to get sick and die. And that is in no small part because of you.
Joe Biden will protect the American people, putting our safety above all else.
I want a safe America. Safe from COVID. Safe from crime and looting. Safe from racially motivated violence. I promise you this, we will do better. capacity when we decide to do it together. I'm Joe Biden, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Biden for president.
The motto for world-class competition has always been faster, higher, stronger. It's the same for Navient, makers of condensing tankless water heaters. Faster to install and set up. Higher performance and efficiency to provide endless hot water. Stronger with the industry's strongest warranty. All because of the copper-free stainless steel heat exchanger built in every unit. Learn about Navient's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navient contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
This is time that matters. A window of time to help protect the ones you love. Your preteen benefits from staying up to date with their well visits. This is your window of protection. Schedule their well visit now. Brought to you by Merck.
97.1 The Ticket and Ellison Brewery have teamed up to make 2 exciting new beers. Introducing 97.1 The Ticket American Lager and 97.1 The Ticket Double Dry Hopped Hazy Pale Ale. Look for them on draft at a bar or restaurant near you.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
Text the ticket now. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
All right, so we're going to get back to the people. Got to do a couple of housekeeping notes here. I've just been informed by Roberto. If you were listening to the show earlier, you can use radio.com, rewind it back. 20th anniversary of Remember the Titans. We did the best and worst football movies of all time, but Roberto did a new segment called Hot Lunch with Kenny Conn, and Roberto finds the most disgusting things under $4 in the frozen aisle. He fed it to Kenny. It stunk up the studio. Rico's upset, but I'm getting a report now that Kenny has been in the bathroom for 12 minutes. 12 minutes. So I hope you're happy. Does this mean your bit is a success? Like, do you want to hurt Kenny?
No, I'm just trying to keep him healthy. It had kale in it. It had a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah. You fed a man whose system hasn't seen a healthy item in years, and you gave him something with barley, quinoa, like, you may as well, it's like that commercial this station keeps playing. Not the one with the guy who hasn't worked here in 2 months. That's the hair ad.
Oh, that guy.
The other commercial. Right. Like, you know what we got to do? Sully should be doing that read for a decade. 10 years will go by. Nobody listening to the show in 10 years will know him. And he'll still be doing the reads. Hey, guys, it's Sully.
Well, it makes sense.
He don't work here.
I got a feeling that he's right there with Jim Caldwell every time he hears it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, listen. No, I just think it's hilarious. He hasn't worked there in 2 months, but we can't find somebody else to voice the damn thing. The point is, let me bring it back full circle here. I'm starting to get away from myself. What was I even doing? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, his intestines must have just said, what is this that's going into me right now?
You may as well have given him that Metamucilin.
Oh, yeah.
With the woman saying, I don't want to go back. Yeah, I don't want to feel the weight that weighs me down. I mean, you may as well have filled a beer bong with Metamucil.
Yeah,
to poor Kenny.
He's going to be 15 pounds lighter.
This poor man. Well, Rico, I'll let you. Oh, no. Well, I'll let Rico dictate whether that bit ever happens again. Kenny, we're thinking of you.
Oh, come on. You've got to do it again now. This is gold.
It's not
really gold. It's not even
have a call
platinum.
screener.
It's not bronze. It's not tin.
Nickel?
Copper. Come on, I put him out of commission.
Yeah, thanks. You're really helping me out. Yeah, now David's screening, and he's got a
I mean, nothing about this bit helped anybody, Roberto, but you. And Mike.
David
if I make Mike laugh. No, David is scrambling. Mike is sitting there saying, what the hell? I had to open up the studio doors. Fortunately, there's no one in the building. So nobody was happy about this. Poor Kenny may be gone, and you're just sitting here laughing. If everyone else is mad and it makes Mike laugh, I won.
Okay, but I don't know that I'm laughing. I'm actually concerned.
You love it.
Why is Kenny on the toilet for 15 minutes?
Then you know what? Here's the thing.
That's a problem.
When Mike comes back in studio and I'm sitting at home, you can do this bit again. And I promise you this, you'll only do it once.
if I can avoid ever returning to that building, that's kind of what I'm angling at.
I know. They're putting in extra safeguards, Mike. So I think they're trying to get you back in.
Here's my safeguard. I don't come back. How about that?
But Mike, I'll never get to do the show sitting across from you.
Yes, you will. We're just going to start doing it remotely away from that hellhole, but together. That'll be good.
We'll have dueling comrades. It definitely keeps Mike in a better mood, so I'm all for it.
Okay. Well, everybody, I mean, because Rico hasn't experienced what that building's like full.
Right.
All the human speed bumps. Oh, all the nonsense. Yeah, it's like leaving Old Yankee Stadium and there was a speed bump every 10 feet, so you couldn't speed. That's what that building's like. Oh, you're being mildly productive? Wait, let me stop you and tell you about my weekend. I didn't ask. Leave me alone. Oh, hey, can you do this? Oh, hey, the salesperson needs this. Oh, hey, they want to see you. They want to see you. Hey, what did you do this weekend? None ya. What do you mean none? None your business. You get out of my way. Oh, hey, can you step in my office for a second? There's no doors, there's no ceilings, there's nothing. It's a hellscape of distraction. I just want to work. That's it.
Still not back yet.
Okay, we're going to the people. And you better go check on him.
Mike got a little bit of news, so we get back into that. And this leads me to wonder if we're really going to do football in the Big Ten. Michigan State gave out their latest COVID numbers. Michigan State conducted 369 COVID-19 PCR tests, and 30 came back positive from the students. 41 staff members were tested, and 2 came back positive.
In the program of football?
No. In the athletic department. So they're not saying where they're
not breaking down by sport.
Right.
Why won't they release that?
I don't know, but they're not releasing that. But 369 tests were on student athletes and staff members.
They're still running at 10%.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends if all of these people were on the 30 members. I don't know what else is that big that's going up there. I mean, yeah, I mean, football is pretty much 100 is a third of that number.
Well, and you're seeing it now, too, since you brought up the college football thing. We'll get back to the Lions, but there's the Notre Dame storyline of this domino effect. Now, Notre Dame has canceled their game against Wake Forest, or postponed, rather, excuse me. They have 11 players in quarantine. But South Florida is supposed to play or actually played Notre Dame last weekend, but they're pausing activities now until their test results are in. And again, this is the issue I've had from the beginning. If we have the fast-acting tests, and everyone has them, and we can test every day, you avoid this entire situation. And without it, I didn't understand how we would.
See, Mike, you avoid it, but you really don't, because if you have it, it may just be dormant for a few days, and then it comes out 10 days later. Well, you passed all the tests the previous 9 days, and now on the 10th day you have it. It's like, well, what happened? Were you out partying? You had it this whole time. It took time to show up.
Let's get some of the people in here. Let's go to David, who has been on hold the longest. Obviously, I don't have the regular screener. I just want to make sure I'm doing this in the order where people deserve to get on.
Number 2, Bond.
97.1.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, Mike. So, really quickly, this is a restaurant. Okay? You got the general manager who buys the groceries. You got the head coach that's cooking in the kitchen. And the staffer and the waiter bringing it to us every week. Now, the waiter gets all the tips. But if the meal is bad, it's on the guy in the kitchen. Because his job is either be a cook or a chef. A cook can follow instructions and follow a recipe. But a chef says, we'll get the best meal I can prepare with these ingredients. So this is all on Patricia. The least amount of blame, and it hurts me to say this, goes to Matt Stafford. Because he's the face. He's just bringing the food to the table. Not on him.
No, listen, like I said, Ron, there is no order you can put these in that will offend me. That's the beauty. right. Patricia cannot be allowed to skate because Quinn did a bad job. Patricia, I feel like even if Quinn had drafted good players, Patricia would have found a way to still be a loser. It's malpractice. It's funny, too, as people, Rico, they forget. I mean, this guy has made a multitude of Caldwellian timeout and clock mistakes. And we don't even talk about him no more because that's how bad blowing fourth quarter leads has gotten.
Yeah, right.
That's how bad the scheme is. It's really shocking.
Mike, when you have more fourth quarter blown leads than you have wins, your tenure as a coach, it does. It becomes white noise. You're like, oh yeah, it all blends together. Like, wait, was that the game where he did this and mismanaged the clock? No. Was that this? Because I just think most people don't care. I think most people know he's a dead man walking, and if right now David broke in and said breaking news, he got fired, would you be shocked? No. Yes, it's a Wednesday. It'd be stunning. I wouldn't be shocked. It'd be like,
Is Kenny Cott back from the
He's back. He's not looking great, but he's back.
Kenny.
Kenny Cott.
Okay, I don't know what that. Ken, are you okay, buddy?
I'm not doing the best, Mike. I'm not great, Bob. Not great.
So, 15 minutes because of the lunch Roberto bought you, and do you believe that the high-fiber nature of this lunch is the culprit?
1,000% the culprit. My body was introduced to things that it either hadn't seen, heard of, or hadn't had in quite some time.
What did I say?
That's exactly
Kenny, I said it while you were gone. I said you haven't seen things like kale or barley.
Right, but I'm used to frozen food. I can do frozen food just fine. I think it was just the content of this frozen meal.
It sounded like that Cheryl Underwood ad of, Metamucil cleans me out. Like I said, he may as well have had you beer bong a thing of Metamucil.
There may, in fact, be a round two, hopefully not during.
Oh, yeah. So you got the bubble guts.
Yes. Accurate.
All right. Well, listen, I'm rooting for you, and you are under no obligation to do this bid again.
No, come on. He's a hit. This is a hit. We lose him for half the show.
That's not.
It's a hit. No one on Ticket Text is sending in a message saying they love this. In fact, no one sent anything in about this, which means it's done.
I've never seen a one-man segment before like this. There's one person in Detroit amused by this, and he's still laughing.
I love it. Rico's angry. Kenny's in pain. David's had to do two people's jobs. But wait, it's been a great bit. No, the only thing that's great about it is it's the perfect, partner to the topic at hand, because this is how the Lions make us feel. They just upset us. They make us just want to go sit on the toilet and pretend it's not real. But it is. This is our football season. Thank you, Sheila. 248-539-9797. We'll get more to calls, and I also got to explain and ask Rico the psycho move of 2020. I gotta do it and just see if Rico agrees with that. We'll do it next. 97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, there's a crash blocking the 96 Jeffries east and westbound ramps to westbound 94 that's slowing down the drive. Also, debris cleanup is underway. I-75 Fisher Freeway northbound near Livernois in southwest Detroit. That's affecting the left side with a backup now from Springwells. Then around the Southfield Berkeley area, new crash has popped up 12 Mile at Greenfield in the work zone. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Now through October 3rd, 10 for 10 is back at Meijer. Mix or match 10 items and get the 11th free. Get over 1,500 select family favorites for just $1, like Oscar Mayer Lunchables, Meijer reclosable snack and sandwich bags, and so much more. For just $1 each at Meijer. Exclusions apply. Find all the things you love for all the people you love, all in one place. With 10 for 10 going on now through October 3rd at Meijer. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
Sports are back, and that means the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit is ready to take your real money wagers on all the action. Stop by anytime and place your bets at the live betting window or one of the easy-to-use self-service kiosks. With baseball, basketball, hockey, and football in full swing, the BetMGM Sports Lounge welcomes fans back to the excitement of a full betting menu 7 days a week. So get ready to believe in your game again at the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit. Must be 21 or older.
Help Mother Waddles to help those in need by donating your car. Your car donation to Mother Waddles will provide food and shelter to the poorest of the poor. Call Mother Waddles today and change a life. Call 313-WADDLES.
Hi, Harry Lawrence with Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? A 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bank. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, equal housing lender.
It's O-Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts, where you can earn bonus points on more than 250 offers, like Bosch Icon wiper blades, save $8 per pair, and earn double O-Rewards points. Online or in-store, get $5 for every 150 points you earn. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Third floor study hall. My dining room table. Homeroom Monday and Tuesday. My living room Wednesday to Friday.
Wherever school happens for you this year, Staples has amazing prices on everything your student needs. This week, get 20% off copies and prints for school. That's 20% off posters, worksheets, schedules, and reports. Shop in-store or pick up curbside. School on, save on. Staples. Visit staples.com/schoolprinting for coupon. In-store only. Exclusion.